Well, hello, singers. So welcome to week 1, lesson 1. So we're going to begin by breaking down 3 really basic, but really important systems that work together to produce a healthy sound when you're singing. So as we get started, you might even say to yourself, okay, this is a little too basic. I already know how to breathe. But I promise you, as you grow and develop in your skill set as a singer, these really foundational issues become more and more critical the more you demand of your voice. So let's get ready to dive in to week 1, lesson 1, understanding vocal production.
The first system associated with healthy singing is referred to as the power source, which is simply the air that supports your sound. So a powerful, consistent tone really does need that powerful, consistent breath to support it. So to improve upon your use of this system, attention needs to be given to the posture that would allow for the best use of the muscles involved. As efficient breathing is mastered, the next system at work is air vibration. So the air that is generated from the power source moves through the vocal cords and vibrations will occur. This is a very natural process, and a singer will not need to learn how to do this because this is simply how his or her body was designed to work. However, as we're learning to sing, we want to create habits that don't impede this process and don't create any tension. So tension-free singing is the goal when it comes to air vibrations. So a well-supported breath flows freely through your vocal cords without creating any tension and is then channeled to the last system at work referred to as resonators. And these are the different air chambers that resonate a singer's sound. And what's most important about the resonators is that here is where a single voice can be colored in a variety of different tones and styles. So as a singer gains understanding and control of the resonators, he or she will also gain tremendous versatility.
Okay, so I've been talking at you for kind of a while. Let's just check in real quick and make sure that we're all tracking. 3 things to keep front of mind when you're learning to sing. Number 1 is that all tones, even softer tones, need to be well supported. That helps you avoid strain, and that also helps you produce the most beautiful tone possible. Number 2, air vibrations, you want to avoid tension at all costs. Some people are curious, okay, I don't know if I'm straining, how do I tell? Well, let me just comfort you and let you know that you can hear tension and you can feel it. If you're really concerned, you can even keep a hand on your throat and you will feel your throat tense up if you begin to strain. Lastly, you have your resonators. And this is one of the most fun parts of being a singer. That's experimenting with your different tones and different placements to produce different sounds. And this can really help you as you try to convey the emotion of your song. You can make really artistic choices using your resonators, so make sure you spend some time exploring that this week.
Let's take a deeper look at System 1, which is the power source. So if I were to tell you to sing from your diaphragm, that's almost met comically because those of us who've been singing for a while have heard that so many times, but it actually is the most efficient way to get the best use of the air supporting your sound. So let's take a look at this diagram here. We're going to inhale and our chest will expand and then continue to inhale until your belly sticks out. So put your hands on your stomach, inhale deeply and feel your diaphragm expand, and then relax as you exhale. So that's the depth of breathing that we're going for, and it might seem a little silly at first and maybe even a little redundant to practice breathing in this way, but making that connection between your breath and your sound is so important for a singer. So your breath will control your pitch, your dynamics, just about every aspect of singing, and that extra level of control comes back to your breath. It is very foundational for a singer.
Before we keep going, I want to make one quick note about shallow breathing because this is so habitual. Most adults will breathe from their chest up. So your shoulders will go up as you inhale, and that's a really great tell that you're not breathing from your diaphragm. A diaphragmatic breath will actually make your stomach expand. So practice actually sticking your hands on your stomach and don't stop inhaling until your stomach expands fully. It might feel a little silly to practice breathing like that, but it actually is so foundational in connecting your breath to your sound as a singer. Remember, when you're singing, you're demanding a whole lot more of your voice than when you're just speaking.
Before we move on from the power source, I want to introduce you to the singer's stance and then a couple exercises that will help connect your breath to your sound. So the singer's stance is not something that you're going to want to take with you as you sing. It's really just the best way to create that muscle memory. So as you're practicing and doing breathing exercises, you're going to want to stand in this posture to kind of help make the best use of those muscles. And certainly when you're performing or if you're playing, you're not going to be thinking about the singer's stance. It's just a great thing to do as you're learning and as you're trying to solidify that connection.
Okay, singers, good job. You got through the first lesson. Now I'm going to introduce you to 3 exercises that are meant to help you make that connection between your breath and your sound. So take some time and then make sure that you practice these throughout the week to help solidify that connection.
Here are 3 exercises designed to help you connect to your power source. Exercise 1 begins with a full breath. So take a big breath, put your hands on your stomach and watch as your diaphragm expands the whole way out, and you're going to exhale on a shh. So let's do this together for 8 counts. Ready? Shh. The idea behind this exercise is helping you understand that you can control the speed at which you exhale. So if you want to expel that whole breath in 8 counts, you can do that. If you want to slow it down, you can do that. Gaining control over your breath is the purpose of this exercise. The next exercise begins the exact same way, so get a full breath of air, watch your diaphragm expand, put your hands on your stomach, and then expel your breath in 4 short bursts, and then 1 long shh, letting the rest of your air out. So let's try that together. Shh, 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 shh. So with this exercise, we're continuing to gain control over our breath. And now with this final exercise, let's add sound. So we're going to start on a comfortable pitch, begin with a big belly full of air, and just create a light crescendo. So comfortable mid-range note on an ah. Ah, and slowly crescendo, and make that connection between the volume and the way you are expelling your air and pushing from your diaphragm.